So, have you ever had that friend who, for some reason, they're angry... Alright, let's start again. No,
We'll edit it.
So, have you ever had that friend where they get angry at you for some reason, but they won't tell you why, they won't tell you what it's about, and you just can't get it out of them, and instead of blowing up at you or being really angry, they'll just act really passive-aggressive. So, it's just, you can't even get anything out of them. You know, like a situation like this. Hey, hey. So, did you get any of my texts? Hey, Becky, did you get any of my texts?
Yep.
So yeah, so you know that a bunch of us are hanging out on Friday?
Yep.
Right? Can you come? Do you want to go to the movies?
Nope.
Do you want to do anything?
Nope.
Oh. Okay. So that, my friends, is called evasiveness, and that's one of the things that people do when they're being passive-aggressively angry at you. Another thing that people do, which can be a sort of pain in the ass, is they'll mention small things that you think are insignificant, and then they will blow them out of proportion after you've thought that they totally just don't care about what... No, never mind. What's another thing people do when they're passive-aggressive?
They won't admit the issue, or that there is an issue, or that they're even mad. They'll say, I tried to tell you before, Joe's version was, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Oh, okay.
That you feel that.
Okay. So, another thing, I'll just jump cut, okay. So, another thing people do when they're passive-aggressive is they won't admit that they're angry at you, even when they really are angry at you. You know, something like, say you, for like the last 2 weeks, you keep forgetting, like totally accidentally ditching your friend, and it's totally not your fault, but you just keep doing it by accident, and you feel really bad about it. But you're just really, really busy. So something like that, a situation with a passive-aggressive person could play out like this. Hey, so, do you want to hang out on Saturday or something? Because I know we haven't been able to for the last, like, 2 weeks.
Make sure you're not going to blow me off this time?
Yeah, I thought, are you okay about that? I can pay you back, like, you know, we can totally just hang out for, like, 2 days or anything, like,
I'm not angry at you for blowing me off, just more disappointed that you don't feel that our friendship is important enough for us to hang out.
That's not how I feel. That's completely ridiculous. What?
But the thing is, if you didn't feel that way, we clearly would have hung out, but we didn't.
I was busy. I had family that came into town 1 week, and then the next week I had to go to my cousin's wake.
I know it's not your fault. It's just, I think you could have found a way if you wanted to.
What? Yeah. So, really, really annoying. So, there are some ways to combat this in people. You know, because everyone has that person in their life who just won't admit they're angry and just ignores them and just is a total bitch about their problems. So here are some ways to deal with that.
Probably should have written this out.
So how do you deal with that?
Well, when it was Joe, I just kind of was like, well, I tried to think of a solution and ignore the passive aggressivity. But I think it'd be more if you just confronted the problem.
Okay.
Can I present the solutions?
Okay. Sure. Go.
So one of the solutions is just confronting the person directly.
I already said here are the solutions. You need to just say, confront the person head on.
Okay. Just admit that there's a problem and get them to admit that there's a problem that needs to be solved. For example. So, I'm sorry I fell asleep last night.
Oh, I mean, that's okay. I'm not angry at you or anything.
Are you sure? Because I fell asleep kind of early, and we said we'd hang out.
No, it's okay. I mean, I don't mind. You know, I mean, I just feel like if you cared enough, we could have done something. Like, maybe you would have woken up or something. But
Well, why don't we figure out some ways that we can, like, make sure I don't do that in the future?
like, what?
Well, you're clearly angry at me because I fell asleep so early.
No, I'm not angry. Trust me, it's okay. I don't mind. Really.
I don't like this one. Okay.
I think it's better when you're the one being passive-aggressive because I don't know how to do it. Because I'm not a passive-aggressive person, and neither are you, but you have Joe.
I hate Joe so much.
So can I be the non-passive-aggressive person? Because I don't know.
I don't know what solutions there are.
Okay, why don't, instead of acting out the solutions, we just say them?
Okay.
We'll just take turns. So you can say, we'll just stand here. Okay.
So, one of the solutions to having someone who's very passive-aggressive is somehow getting them to admit that there's a problem. Because if they're admitting that there's a problem, that means that they're admitting that there's a problem that can be solved.
Yeah. Otherwise, they'll just want to mope in their anger and just never resolve, which can happen. Another solution that is much less favorable is think about the reasons why you're friends with this person. And, you know, if they want to be angry at you and do this kind of thing over and over and over again, you may want to consider to not be friends with them. Have a discussion and say, look, if you're going to do this stuff to me, I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to hang out with you. There's no point. And there are two things will happen. One, they'll just be like, okay, you're a bitch, and then they'll stop hanging out with you. And it'll suck for a while, and then you realize that it's okay because you didn't really like them that much. And the other thing is they'll start trying to not be passive-aggressive and to actually admit, you know, it depends if they want to work towards fixing and actually being open with them, with you and with themselves. So there's not that much of a fix for this if the person doesn't want to change, unfortunately. So I hope this has helped you, and
the key thing is to recognize when
Yeah.
someone's being passive-aggressive, because sometimes it can, like, just mirror itself as someone just actually trying to I don't know how to explain it.
someone it can sort of appear like they don't want to talk to you, they're angry, or that they're not angry at you, that they really are just busy. And it may take you a while to realize if they're just making up excuses not to hang out with you because they're angry. It really depends how good they are at concealing their feelings and holding grudges.
So yeah, get out there and start being blunt.
Yeah.
That's how you fight passive-aggressiveness. True story. The end.